Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, set that aside. We have the inventory report coming at 10:30, so we'll go till about 10:15 in this session, and I'll shut this stream down, get ready for the inventory report, and bring up another stream for that. But for the moment, crude oil. Nine o'clock is down here. We hit money management without coming back to the entry, and we pick up a long trade there that takes a full stop out. That's a 13 tick risk, so that's a 26 tick loss. And now we have another long trade. This one is going to stop and reverse at 81.07. And with that prior spike, I might even take it down to 81.06, but would have stopped and reversed either way. I'd go ahead and take it to 06, so that's 15 ticks. 26 and 30, we're down 56 on two. Actually, that one significantly cut our risk, so that I will take the third trade on that. Unleaded, let's see, it goes way back here. Okay, our first trade is 40 seconds. 8 seconds after maybe you get into this trade. Target one trader. Yeah, we're just 8 seconds to the close there, and it bounces up. I'd say that's a no trade in all likelihood. No entry on the short there. Long trade. Yeah, that one we can't avoid. Unless once it hits the session high, you want to wait for it to come back up, is the only way you avoid that trade. So you stop and reverse at 85.34. I use a 4 tick stop and reverse. So that actually is the full stop out on that long trade. That gets you a full stop out. So starting off with 2 full stop outs. And we pick up another short that ultimately stops and reverses. That one's going to stop and reverse at 87. So it did touch the entry, stop the reversing entry on this bar, but then very definitely went through here. So we definitely are in it. Target 1 winner. And ultimately getting target 2. So 44 or 68 ticks. And trailing up to 687. That's going to give us some definite positive movement. We've got 2 full stop outs to win back, so that's going to be plus a stop and reverse. So definitely going to take the short. That one just looks like it just misses target 2. Target 2 is 600, and we get as low as 603. So yeah, we missed it by 3 pips. Target 1 traders pick up a win and a partial. Target 2 just picks up the partial, and we get a long setup. That looks like it spiked through. That to me is very likely avoidable. Well, no, it's not, because we had, yeah, you had 16 seconds to for this second entry to print. So definitely in that trade, unfortunately. So we come back 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually that's the trade number 6. So our stop for trade number 6 would be $633. And it did hit it, so that ends the session. And we come back to micro NQ. We are in 14, yeah, plenty of time to get into that. YM off to the races. And I wasn't watching for that one. 7 seconds. Probably get into that. Solid target 3, target 4 win on the Micro Russell. 95.04 for the current stop. Looks like probably avoided. We'll have to look and you got 32.44 there, so you got a minute and 15 seconds, but then it goes to 36.52, so almost 4 minutes on that bar. Possibly an avoidable trade, possibly a full loss. I just need to mark that one up and look at it. But then we get the long trade that we're currently in. 304, 05, 05. 14 seconds on that bar. No indication of a wick. I would say, at least at this point, we are not in this trade. Looks like it's coming back now. I would wait, given what I've seen with the Renko charts, if this comes through the entry, I would wait for it to come through and come back up. YM. Off to the races. Stop at 104 now. Setting a new session low about just before the open, and now off to the races since market open. And a long trade, I'd push that at above, could make it 30.18 flat for the entry. I don't want to enter right on the session high. But that goes target 1, target 2, and target 3. So we make it 13, 21, and 29. So 63 ticks. It's almost 16 points. And now we stop out at 13.23 flat for another 5 points, 20 ticks. So 83 ticks, 20 3/4 points. That's a $1,000 trade if you're trading 4 positions. But it's also going to take about a $50,000 account size to have enough capital to trade all 4 positions with a 2% risk. YM still trailing 137 now. Micro Russell also trailing at 0.78. And I would say, oh, phooey. My micro NQ's chart has stopped, and the only way for me to revive that one is going to be shut NinjaTrader all the way down and bring it back up. So I'm not going to worry anymore with the micro NQ for half an hour. Well, I am at 138, 35, 138 for the trailer. Pound Aussie. We had a setup at 821.52, and you have 35 seconds after 8:30 with this bar that has a big wick, and then you have another wick on the next bar. So definitely getting in sync on that long trade, picking up a target 1 and trailing out at 749 from the entry at 743. So 6 pips times 4 positions on the trailer. That's 24 pips plus 17 pips. Give you 41 pips on that trade, one and done. YM stops out at 143 for a one and done session. Soybeans picked up 83 ticks, 20 3/4 points for a one and done session. Russell stopped out at 0.78, getting a solid win on that first trade. Let's see if I can reload it. Pound Aussie with a subsequent very successful trade. 2 positions at target 2, target 3, and target 4, and trailing down almost to target 2, but not participating in that. Let's see, our entry, that's our trade. Entry on the YM long trade, 981 and trailing all the way up to 143. So that's 162 ticks on the trailer. To go along with target 1 of 36, 198 ticks on that trade. At $5 a tick, you're just shy, $990 on 2 positions. Big win morning. 2 single contract positions. So big moves on the YM. Soybeans getting a nice strong trade. Both of those right at just over or just under $1,000 with 2 positions on the YM, 4 positions on soybeans. And we are in the November contract on soybeans. Nope, doesn't look like the micro NQ is going to come back for me. New long trade on the micro Russell. 10.8. Micro Russell also setting a session low. 1898.2 just before market open. And giving us a nice big bounce. Giving us 2.7 and 3.5 to target 3 and 4. Our entry was 023, trailing up to 078. So that's 5.5 points, 55 ticks to go along with 6.2. So we pick up 11.7 points. It's a almost a $45 trade. A little over, actually it's just over 45. The micro contracts pretty small, just $2 a point. But you can also trade more contracts. Now, as you build your account, then you can transition into the full RTY E-mini contract. That's $20 a point, $5 a tick versus 50 cents a tick. Well, that's not nice. The Russell is the only chart that we have that's still active, since the micro NQ is not responding at the moment. If I were trading, I would do, and if I did, as long as I didn't have a trade in progress, if I were going to try to trade the micro NQ, I would definitely go ahead and shut down NinjaTrader and bring it back up. But I'm not going to do that in here, because that will take a few minutes, and I don't want to. I will go ahead and do that when we shut down, though, because that's not going to close. This is not going to close properly anyway. Good morning, Pamela, Krista, Miles, and Arizona Bob. We are still on the September contract on crude, by the way. $94,000 contracts to $51,000 on today's session. up to the current time. And let's see, take a look at where we are. Actually, unleaded is showing volume on the October contract, so we really should take unleaded to October. See what that looks like, see if it was any better this morning. That's interesting. The October contract is considerably lower than our September contract was. Go back to 9 o'clock. All right, we get in sync with the long, pick up a target 1. So target 1 traders go POQ on the first trade. Target 2 traders just pick up 249 from 246. Pick up 3 ticks times 2 positions, so just picking up 6 ticks. Then you pick up the short. It stops and reverses to long. Plots at 258, so 262. Money management again, so 2 ticks there. 263. So we've got 8 ticks in hand, but that's 2 money management trades. Although we actually did pick up the loss off of this. So we're going to be negative, so we can continue to trade. And now we have a short setup. So let's see what happens with this. It does trigger in. Well, back up here in 6 seconds. So far it's a no trade. And then we get a long. That's not a stop and reverse, because we did not actually shouldn't have gotten fill and into the short. So 276. 7 seconds on that bar. Unlikely that we were able to get into that at this point. We can still get in. Nope, that's a no trade. In fact, that's 2 no trades. That would have been the one to get in. Getting target 2 and almost a target 2 trailer. And then we come short again. This is trade number 4, definitely in that, and picking up target 2 for 45 ticks, and we get almost target 2 263 from the entry at 304. 41 ticks. 41 and 45, 86. And I would say there's a, given that that was a stop and reverse, and we went 224 to 262 was 38, and we got 80, so that puts us, that gets us positive. Oh, wait a minute, 38 times 2 though is 76. Yeah, it still gets us positive. Basically a break-even session. But that is a positive session, better than the September contract. Yeah, micro NQ chart won't even come up. So that one's gone for this morning. Russell, the long canceled on the crossover that set up the short. 16, 3 seconds. Big long bar on bar number 2 after the setup, so that we should be in that. We've got money management now. Stop at 068. Looking for target 3 on the micro Russell. YM with a reaction down to the 50 EMA. Let's see if that's going to provide support and we continue up, or if we are going to pull back. Since we set a new session low just before market open, before that big move. That was easily a couple hundred-point move. We went 35 up to as high as 35,189 from the low of 934. So 250 points on that move. And target 3 on the micro Russell. So second winning trade. Target 4 and trailing now. Looks like 056. Pound Aussie 1 and done, YM 1 and done, soybeans 1 and done. Crude Taking a full, that one was, yeah, crude with a losing session. Picking up a target 1 and a single tick on the trailer. So losing session on crude this morning. Unleaded, if you were on the, looks like you have a successful session on the October contract. The September contract would have been a losing session. I was running late this morning and didn't take a look at the volume. And had I been trading, that would have cost me. All right, now the Russell and the YM turning down. The Russell 19026 pushing back down into the below 1900, and looks like excuse me, testing the session lows on the micro Russell, setting a new one. 011 for the stop. Nicely successful short trade on the YM as well. And the micro Russell bouncing off of the new session low at 97.8. Looks like we've gotten to 1901 flat. Yep. So just one tick off of the stop, but it's still in the short for the moment. And stopping out. So 91 or 011 from 069, 58 ticks on the trailer there, plus 2.8 and 3.6, 6.4. So 12.2 points. All right, and so the Russell is flat now. Questions or comments? We got about another 7 minutes or so. Then I'll shut this down. I'm going to have to shut down NinjaTrader. This morning to see where we are. October unleaded getting positive. YM soybeans and the pound Aussie with one and done sessions. 2 winning trades on the micro Russell this morning so far. Crude with a losing session and September unleaded, but we should have been on October with the volume. And while I'm here, I'll go ahead and update this one. So we're going to go make that November. That will be the next one that we do. Oh, that's all right. November contract's already 11,000, almost 11,500. So in fact, that's even more than the. I didn't notice what the. Okay, yeah, we're at 14.7. So yeah, it's almost split. It's actually during the morning. There's been more. We picked up over 5,000 contracts to about 2,000. So September actually during the morning session has been more active. Let's take a look at yesterday's volume. September was 55.6. October was 65.8. So yeah, we definitely should be on the October contract. So let's go ahead and move that so we're ready for next month and put the November contract back up on the top. And we'll keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that next month. Micro Russell and Micro NQ on Catapult using the custom Renko bars. Pound Aussie, crude, unleaded, and the YM all using Spotlight. And soybeans using Counterpunch. And there is a third trade at least reaching money management on the pound Aussie this morning. Missing target 1 by 2 ticks. 756.8 and target is 757. That's one of those trade for profit opportunities. Missing target by 0.2 of a pip. And getting the target for that third trade on the pound Aussie and a short trade on the micro Russell. "17 seconds. Plenty of time to get in that. Just in time to have to say goodbye to it. Alright folks, I'm going to shut this one down. Restart NinjaTrader and be back for the crude oil inventory session in about, I should be back in 10 to 12 minutes, and inventory report in about 15. And we'll start trading 2 minutes after the report. So take a break, get a cup of coffee. We'll see everybody in about between 10 and 15 minutes.